Friday, 8:40.
Thursday?
No, Friday, 8:49 a.m. Minus 8 hours. That's Friday, 12:49 a.m. Anyway. I'm okay with not watching that much today, even though even going to 2 or 3 hours tomorrow, just because.
You're making nothing.
Huh?
You're making nothing.
No. Anyway.
What do you mean no?
Whatever.
We go back really late.
We'll come back really late.
Just relax your back. To do this. Don't hold it. Don't touch your phone. Just put it against the right. Try it. There. Is it doing anything? No, it's recording. You see?
guys, we're just about to leave the Irish Republic. In fact, we're just about to leave the European Union and head into the separate jurisdiction of Northern Ireland. Believe it or not. In 3, 2, 1, 0. Exactly. My accent has changed too. You shouldn't be slagging the English. I would get very, very upset. I was born in England. I'm only joking. I was actually born in England. I'm the son of an Irish Catholic father and an English Protestant mother. And for the age of, I don't know. yeah, that was our house. But yes, for the first 8 years of my life, I took over the family farm as the family business, beef farming, and I've lived in this country ever since. I've lived in Ireland for 52 years, but I do have a British passport. I also have an Irish passport, and just for the record, I do recognise as being Irish. I also recognise as being skinny, but that's another that's another story for another day. So, guys, we've just crossed over into Northern Ireland, and as you can see, very little has changed. The sky is still grey. The grass is still green. The only difference up here in Northern Ireland, guys, they use Northern Ireland pound or Northern Ireland sterling and British sterling rather than the euro. Now, not to worry, because where we stop for lunch, right, they will accept euros from you, but they will give you your change in sterling, just to let you know, all right? But they will accept euros, and they will also accept all bank cards and credit cards also, so there's no problem there, all right? But the only difference up here, as I say, is the currency, and of course they use miles per hour rather than kilometers per hour, and that's basically the only real difference, you know. Out there to the right we have the town of Newry, a very mixed town. People during the time of the conflict used to come up here during the time of the conflict from the south. They'd go shopping here in Newry. Back then, a lot of the goods, food and everything was a lot cheaper. Alcohol was a lot cheaper. Now, the north of Ireland, as regards alcohol and food, is basically the same price as what it is down south. But at one time, it was a lot cheaper. But that's a very, very mixed town over there. We have Catholics and Protestants living there. It wasn't a town, you know, because it was so close to the Irish border back in the time of the conflict. There wasn't very much conflict in that town during the time of the conflict. The old border checkpoint used to be along here. Up on the rocks there to the left was the British Army checkpoint, the watchout tower. They'd be looking down into the checkpoint. You'd drive into the checkpoint, turn left, and then turn right. And the only people who would see it was the guys in the watchout tower up on the rocks there. But this part of the country, guys, back between the 1960s and the 1998, when the conflict finished, this was known as bandit country. And the only road that was open was this one. All of the side roads were closed off. You couldn't drive down the side roads because they were closed off, because it was known as bandit country. They were smuggling fuel, they were smuggling cattle, they were smuggling sheep, and it was absolutely crazy back then, I have to say. Not as crazy now, thankfully. Not as crazy now. But as I say, the north of Ireland today is totally different than what it would have been 27 years ago. I put it this way to you, right? 27 years ago, we would not be driving this coach down this road. Why? No, nothing to do with the age of the bus, right? Nothing to do with the age of the bus. It's to do with the livery on the bus, the green, white and orange flags, the leprechauns, the shamrocks. We would have been hijacked. We would have been taken out of the bus at gunpoint. It would have been put across the road and set on fire and used as a roadblock. Even in Belfast, today we don't have any problem driving this coach through the middle of Belfast. Completely different place to what it was 27 years ago. Guys, just at the end of this houses up here just ahead of us to the left, I want to show you something. Have a look. You'll see 10 white crosses, you'll see the year 1981, and you will see the green, white and orange flag of the Irish Republic just here on the left. Now this is a memorial to remember 10 men who died on hunger strike in 1981. See it there to the left? Now, that is a very, very significant memorial. Back in 1969, the British government introduced internment into the north of Ireland. What internment was, it was giving the British Army the power to raid any house in Northern Ireland where they suspected people were living that was involved in violence. So they went up into West Belfast, 4 o'clock in the morning. They broke into houses, they banged down the doors, took the doors off the hinges, they forced entry, they dragged people out of their beds and arrested them. They dragged them off to jail. These were men. There was no charges ever brought against them. They were brought to jail and basically locked up and the key thrown away. There was never charges brought against them. There was never a chance for them to sit in front of a judge or a jury or even be brought into a courtroom. Suspicion back then was enough to have you locked up. So in 1976, internment was still in full swing. They went up into West Belfast, the Catholic area of West Belfast, the Falls Road, and they arrested 66 men. Dragged them off to jail, locked them up, threw away the key. The men wanted to be recognised as political prisoners. The governments on both sides of the Irish Sea refused. They wanted to wear their own clothing. The authorities in the prison refused. They wanted to be kept together in one part of the jail. The authorities in the prison refused. So this was 1976. So they decided to have a protest. They stripped off the prison uniforms, they wrapped themselves in blankets and they sat in their cells. This was known as the blanket protest. That blanket protest was still in operation in 1981. That protest went on from 1976 until 1981. The men were sitting in their cells, wrapped in blankets. Now you can imagine the living conditions in that jail. They didn't have any bathrooms in the jail, in the cells. They had buckets.